Okay, so I'm gonna start with this story because right now it's the topic of discussion for everybody. So I'm just gonna kind of just jump right in to this one. I'm gonna try to not make it too long. Okay, for people who don't know me, do know me, whatever. I was married for like a long time, and so just recently I got divorced, and well, not just recently. It was last year. 2014 I got divorced, and so just recently I had linked back up with like a really good high school friend. Actually, it was a middle school friend, and we linked back up and everything was everything. She was cool, that's my girl, whatever. So she was like, she was married, okay? So she was like, hey, I have this uncle. I know you like older guys. She was like, he's 30, I don't know if that's too old, whatever. I'm 24. So I'm like, whatever is whatever. Like, tell me about him. But then I'm kind of like, no. So 2 days before Christmas, I got dumped. Okay, it's another story. I got dumped 2 days before Christmas. That's another story I have to tell you another time. So on this day, on December 23rd, like at like 10 o'clock at night, okay, she calls her uncle. And we start talking, okay? Like, he seemed really nice. You know how guys do that? They seem real nice. They don't let the crazy out on you till later on down the road. So we conversating, everything is everything. So I'm talking to her on I'm talking to him on her phone, because I don't really like to get my phone number out. So, but he seemed real nice. So I was like, you know what? Ain't no harm in just letting him have my number. So then he was like, well, go ahead and just call me on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Give me a number. Like, go ahead and call me on your phone. And so I did, and we started conversating. Now, mind you, I don't do a lot of dating. I was with that guy. I was with my ex-husband for 9 years, okay? We were high school sweethearts, the whole 9. That's another story. I'm not even going to jump in on it. Okay. So this whole dating scene, all of this is fairly new to me. I'm just now learning like what people expect, and what people expect is, anyway, he was like, the first night we met, like after I gave him my number, he was like, so send me some nasty pictures. No. So then he was like, well, send me some regular pictures. Okay, cool. So then he was like, well, send me a body picture. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Some guys might want to just see if you fat, skinny, whatever. So I'm like, cool. So he was like, all right, turn around, show me your butt. I don't have a butt. I'm not going to lie about it. Facebook, YouTube, I don't have no ass, okay? I don't mean to say ass. I have no behind. So I was like, I ain't got no butt, dude. And even if I did, I wouldn't show it to you because we just met. We need to be getting to know each other, whatever. So, he was all like, forget it then, whatever. So I'm like, cool, forget it then. So on and on, because I'm trying to make the video short. On and on. Okay. We get to Christmas Day, 2 days later. And she was like, you don't have no family. I don't have any family. So she was like, I don't have no family. I don't have any kids, anything like that. So she was like, come over to my house for Christmas. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Cool. I'll come be with your kids and you for Christmas and stuff, So we get over there and we having a good time. So it gets brought up, hey, let's go to my uncle's house. Y'all just met. We can go down there, be in the city now. Her uncle lives 5 hours away, okay, from us. So it was actually a drive. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing nothing. I'm off for the next 3 days. What's up? Let's go. We get in my car, makes the 5-hour drive. Everybody else falls asleep. We make it there. I don't even want to say the state and city because whatever. We make it there. And he was like, meet me at my sister's house. So I'm like, oh Lord, what I done got myself into. Because I'm always making stupid decisions, honey. I don't know why. So I'm like, oh Lord, I ain't never seen him before. Jesus, please don't let him be ugly, because I'm going off what she not said to me. Okay. So, okay. We get to his sister's house, and I'm like, Lord, just please don't let him be a ugly. Just please, Lord, let me make it through. If he is. He come out the car limp. He come out his sister's house limping. I ain't talking about Just a slight, I'm talking about teeter-totter. Girl, what? Okay, so I'm already like, oh, hell no, I'm not even finna get out. So me and my homegirl and her husband, her kids, we all still in the car. By this time, her husband done hopped out the car, went in the house, because, you know, they all know each other. I guess they all cool, whatever. I'm like, oh, hell no, why he limping? But I didn't see the top part of him because, you know, my car's short and he was kind of tall. So he came around and my homegirl just bust out laughing. I was like, no, I know he ugly. Oh, God. So he come around and I act like I ain't see him. I don't know why. I'm not good at lying and stuff. So anytime I try to pretend about something, it don't work. Okay. So I'm sitting in my car. He can see me, see him, see me, see him. So he knock on the window. I'm like, damn. As soon as I turn around, damn, I don't want to see. So I turned around. I looked up. And he was kind of cute. She was just being funny. So he was like, open the door. You know, he had a little accent on, because I like accents, whatever. So I had a little accent on. So I was like, okay, well, he kind of cute. You know, what's up? So I get out the car. Why did I say that? When I get out the car, I started talking to him, everything like that. So we all run up in the house. I'm like, okay, cool. He ain't no weirdo. You know, what's up? It's just weird moments. I'm like, why you limping like that? He was like, oh, 3 months ago, I got ran over by a car. So I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, you wasn't born with that limp. You're not going to keep that limp forever. So he was like, nah, you know, I got ran over by a car. Whatever. So we talking and talking and talking. So the kids because he had a kid. And so we in the back and his kid just kind of following us around, whatever. And then we end up going outside because his kid just kept following us. I was like, well, let his kid, you know, let him be around us or whatever. He was like, nah, because I'm trying to talk to you. And he breaking my focus. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we went outside. Soon as we get outside, he just grabbed up on a nigga titties. Oh, no. I said, sir, we just met. This our first time seeing each other. I understand that you like me and I like you. And I know you like me and you like me and I like you. But we cannot be just putting our hands on each other in such a way. No. So he was like, oh, well, I just thought you was my woman. Oh, is that how dating works now, where you just put your hand on people and then you just talk to them and then you just go together? No, we got to know each other first. I ain't finna hop in no more fast relationship. So he was like, well, I was like, I thought you told me on the phone that you have your own house and your own car. He was like, well, this is my car right here. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, where your own house? And he was like, oh, I locked myself out of my house. Hell no. Okay, first little blink. So him and my homegirl husband, they go in the house and they start talking to each other. So I'm like, bitch, look. I'm talking to my homegirl like, look. If these niggas don't come up with something, we cannot spend night at his sister's house. His sister already got kids of her own and stuff like that. Where we gonna sleep? It's already 12 o'clock at night. I'm not about to do this. No. I was like, So I'm already like regretting it. So he was like, well, I'm about to go break up in my house. I'm about to take him with me. We're going to break up in my house and we going to all get in there. Now, in my mind, I'm like, look, I'm black. I'm in a totally different state that I ain't never been in before. Y'all niggas talking about going break into some shit. I just met you. I don't even know if that's your house that you saying. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is whatever. On and on and on. We actually get in there. It's his house. He did bust the lock, whatever he did. I think he just unlocked the door. Anyway, so this is where things get crazy. If you done lasted with me this long. This nigga lets us in his house. I'm not a materialistic woman by no means. Money don't even make me happy. But this nigga opened the door. All he had in his house, he had a 3-bedroom house. All he had in his house was a couch, a TV sitting on top of one of them little Walmart totes, them little plastic totes which you put your clothes in, and a little broken both legs. So I'm like, man, this is a trap house. I don't know a lot about trap house, but I just knew that this was a motherfucking trap house. So he was like, nah, you know, I told you I got out of a bad relationship and she took everything with her when she left. You know what? I'm gonna let you have that one. Okay, she took everything when she left. So my homegirl, her husband, and her kids, they go in one of his rooms and go to bed. His kid fell asleep. So it's just me and this nigga on his couch, right? Mind you, I told you he got a problem with wanting to touch people whenever it ain't time to touch people. Okay. So he decides, okay, so you in my house now. We done talked on the phone. It's time for us to have sex. Who? Not me? No. Oh no. But this ain't. Let me tell you. This the kicking part. This the way he did it. He was like, "Come on over here and let this white boy fuck the piss out you." Oh God, sir, no. Oh Lord. Everybody sleep. Okay, it's way after midnight because we got there at midnight. It was probably 3 a.m. I'm like, hell no, no. So I'm up and walking out through his house trying to just talk to him, trying to do anything I can do to take his mind off of trying to have sex. He was like, no, I'm hungry for it. I'm thirsty for it. And you looking right and blah, blah, blah. And I want you. I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm not one that's just going to be having no sex when I first meet somebody. After about 2 hours of thwarting off his attacks, that's what I'm going to call him, he was like, so you just really not gonna give me none? You ain't playing hard to get, you just ain't gonna give me none. I was like, no, I'm not gonna give you none. So he hops up, runs in his kitchen, well, hobbles in his kitchen, and then he sat down for a couple of minutes. I thought he fell asleep. So I'm just sitting on the couch like, man, I'm ready to go. I don't even care at this point. I'll get back in the car and drive 5 hours and go home. But all her kids sleep, and you know what I'm saying, they in their sleep. So I'm like, man, dang, man, I'm stuck. Like, I'm literally just stuck. So I'm like, well, I know what I'll do. I'll go sleep in my car. Because by this time, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really have to be out there that long. Granted, I was nervous, but I'm even more nervous of getting, quote unquote, the dog piss fucked out of me. Okay, so I'm like, oh God. So he in the kitchen, so I stand up to just go unlock the door and go get in the car. So I guess he heard me stand up. He's like, Alicia, you'll come here right quick. I just wanted to talk to you about something. So I'm like, man, I don't really know if I want to go back there because it's dark. All the lights out. The only light that's on is the TV. So I'm like, man, I don't know. So he was like, man, just come here. Just, Alicia, come here. So I go back there, and this nigga leaning up against his stove with his wee out. And I know that because they had a little bitty light, you know them little lights that they have outside, what they call them, street lights. It was kind of shining through the window. Girl, I said, okay, and what is this? He's talking about just spit on it. Oh God, no, I don't want to spit on it. He's talking about this your dick here, come on, spit on it. Just grab it. Just, I ain't never had no girl. Just grab. No. Okay. Hell to the no. I ain't grabbing nothing. I ain't spitting on shit. What's wrong with you, man? We just met. What's wrong with you? So I'm like, no, oh my God. So I'm backing up, leaving. He grabbed me by the arm. Oh God, I was scared. He was strong. He grabbed me by the arm. Ain't nobody else up in the house. If I holler out, because I got a big mouth, if I holler out, it's going to scare everybody, the children, everybody. So I'm like, oh, what, you just about to take it now? You just going to steal it? He was like, ain't nothing to take. What you mean take? I ain't took shit. If I want to go have sex, I'll pay $45 for a prostitute. So you know going rates for a prostitute. What you been doing out here before we met, boy? No, I ain't forgave her yet for this. So on and on, he grabs me and then tries to slip it, because I told you I don't got no booty. He tried to slip his hand. Actually, he did slip his hand as he was grabbing me, slip his hand through the back of my pants and tried to go from the back to the front. Oh, I started hollering out, kicking. Baby, I was like, oh, hell no. No, ma'am, no girl, no ham, no turkey, no. Okay, so I hop back. I shoot towards the door to go knock on the door like, hey, we out. This nigga, I don't give a fuck who I gotta wake up. I ain't even sleeping in the car no more. It's time to bounce. Okay, so she was like, so I knocked on the door and her husband was like, what's up? What's up? I'm like, man, can you wake your wife up? Like, it's time to go. So he comes to the door like, no, it ain't. She just playing games. Y'all go back. I'm like, no. So he grabbed me back around. He was like, man, don't even worry about it. I ain't just chill. Just sit on the couch. I ain't gonna ask you for nothing no more. So I'm like, man, is you sure? He was like, man, I'm gonna stay away from you. He was like, I was wrong. I thought you was one of them fast girls. I thought you was gonna be ready for the world. And I was like, nah, I'm not. So he was like, I see that. And he was like, nah, I feel bad. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting back on the couch by his son because his son fell asleep on the couch. So I'm sitting by his son, and he moved his son over and sat down by me. I was so scared. I was like, why did he have to sit by me, Lord? If you just get me through, you know how you start going through something, and then you start praying. That's when you want the good Lord, huh? When something going wrong, I'm like, Lord, if you just get me through this, I'm gonna start giving 15% in tithes. Just get me out of here with my booty intact, Lord. You know, just praying. So he's sitting by me. He ain't saying a word, but he's staring at me. And I know he's staring at me because I'm watching the TV. It ain't even on. It had a DVD on, and it was on the menu. The movie wasn't even on. So I'm just staring at the TV, and I could see him out the corner of my eye just staring at me. And then I see him start going. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Either this nigga flipping the fuck out, or he about to fall asleep. I was like, Lord, please let him be about to fall asleep. If he could just fall, if you could just see it in your heart, Lord, to let him fall asleep. Oh, God. Best thing in the world happened. He fell asleep, but he had his head on my shoulder. So, by this time, it's about 6 o'clock. And I'm on my Facebook just doing any and everything I can to stay woke. Because, mind you, this nigga is right beside me. And he done pulled his pee-pee out several times. Like, several times. So I'm scared. And so I doze off looking at my Facebook. But this is the craziest thing. When I woke up, he was standing in front of me with his arms folded like this. And he was rocking back and forth, just staring at me. When I opened my eyes like that. Can you imagine going to sleep and open your eyes and somebody just rocking back and forth on their heels, their arm crouched, just staring at you? I was scared for my life, y'all. I was like, oh, God, I was so glad everybody was up. So they was like, how was your night? I was like, let's go. Right now, everybody leave. So she put me in the restroom. She was like, what's up? What's going on? I told her, I was like, girl, you don't even want to know what's been going on while y'all was sleeping. And she was like, oh, my God, I'm so glad you didn't leave me. And she was like, I'm so sorry that this happened. We don't never have to come back here no more. So I was like, cool. So I was like, well, I got to use the restroom before we get back on the road because 5-hour drive. I'm the only one driving. I go in the restroom, right? And I hear him talking to her husband like, what's going on? Why y'all leaving? And he was like, man, you can't be doing stuff like that to no woman and think you finna get nowhere, like blah, blah, blah. He was like, nah, we just had a little argument, you know what I'm saying? Where's she at? So he was like, she in the restroom. I'm so glad I had the goddamn door locked. He tried to open the door while I'm peeing. He was like, let me talk to you. And I was like, I'm using the restroom. He was like, fine. Oh my God. So, long story short, it's actually not a long story at all. Be so careful when people set you up with people, when people whatever and what have you, because actually this video is a little long, so I'm gonna cut it off. It's actually a whole nother mode to this. So if you want to hear the rest of the story, tell me you want to hear the rest of the story, and if not, then I'll just keep sharing it with the people I share with. More crazy stuff. If you think this is crazy, cool. If you think it's a lie, cool. If you think it's the truth, cool. If you have a story of your own that's super crazy, because that nigga was crazy. I'm talking about he was all, yeah, I'm about to get it. Oh, I'm about to get out. No, you're not about to get shit over here. So, if you have a story of your own, want to share it, drop comments, something. Let me know that y'all out there and y'all watching.